So back again, same old route, same old Monday, same old hating work. So let's talk Leicas, old Leicas. So this is my Leica 3. Got it off eBay, of course, just like everybody else. Came with its 135mm lens, which is worth probably what I paid for the whole assembly. It was a Canadian seller. I think it's a Leica 3C. But all cameras can be a bit of a pain to live with. So I bought it. Apparently it was working fine. Oh, don't drop it. And the first roll of film kind of all jammed up in a higgledy-piggledy mess. So I took the back, well, the bottom half, and had a look, and one of the shutter curtains had lost its tape where it is glued onto the drum. So anyway, take it apart, reglue the shutter curtain, try it, reglue the shutter curtain in a different spot. Finally got the two shutters to work so they closed together. And I think I previously talked about the spring tension. Well, I went to try adjusting the springs, and the spring unwound, so then it was trial and error trying to get a decent shutter speed. So anyway, I got shutter speed to work down to about 30th of a second reliably, which kind of made me really happy. So then I put an expired film in, because just to see what would happen, and I got pictures back, but the film was completely expired. Somebody must have stored it on a radiator or something. I got a few decent quality ones at the end of the roll, but the rest of them were all blue and just horrible. Anyway, blaming that on the film. The next film, brand new, black and white. Put it in, snapped away merrily, used my 50mm lens and the 135mm lens, having a great time. Went to rewind it, which is another bit of a downfall on these old Leicas, is you have to rewind forever. Some rewinding. Figured I was at the end of the roll, dumb and happy, took the bottom off to find that I was about halfway through rewinding the roll. So basically that was pretty well ruined. I didn't even bother, I just pulled the whole thing out, tossed it in the garbage. That one was my fault. But we won't tell my kid that, because he'll obviously make fun of me. So grab one of his films, which also don't tell the boy, because he'll want paying for it. And that's the one I just finished now. So the camera, I love it for all its idiosyncrasies, and everything seems to be hard work with it. I absolutely love it. In fact, I was just walking past a couple of young girls, got out of the car, I don't know, they were about 20, and one was like, hello. I heard her say, yeah, beautiful little camera, which, you know, it's nice to hear. So the rangefinder is awful. It's like looking through a very small postage stamp. It's really hard with old eyes to actually see where the little yellow square and the regular square line up. So I set the aperture a little on the big side to help out with the depth of field, and we're shooting around 100 for film speed, for shutter speed, sorry. So that's one thing. What else? The loading of the film is also a bit of a pain. I mean, you get used to it. I made myself a template to cut the film leader out of an old granola box. There's a place in Germany that sells plastic ones. I think they're about 30 euros plus shipping. And I've seen a few genuine Leica ones on eBay, obviously made of steel, and they go anywhere up to $300. Some people say you can load a 35mm film without cutting the leader. but eventually catches up with them, I guess. So I always just cut mine, it's not a big deal. So that's another little bit of a eccentricity with the camera, but you do get used to it. And then it's really nice to take pictures with. I really like it. But you do have to be watchful of the rewind. It's a very small knob. I know some of the later ones, it lifted up to give you more cranking, if that makes any sense. So you could do like 360 degrees at a turn, rather than like 90 to 100 degrees. That's what mine does. But say, once you get bitten with that once, I think you'll sort of remember that. So we've got this film finished. We'll drop it off. Hopefully my kid will be back from his work, inverted commas, and can con him into paying for its development. And we'll see what we've got. But yeah, old Leicas, beautiful cameras, really nice to look at, really nice to use. Just have to be a little aware of their shortcomings. But as it's sort of one of the first 35mm systems ever made, I just love it. Anyway, thanks for listening to my ramblings, and I will keep plodding on.